Hello everyone, this is Kavi, currently doing my MSc in Computer Science, and I am here to explain about my project Realistic Management System, which is done under the guidance of Dr. B. Murugeshwar Kumar. And now let's go into our project. And the project is about Realistic Management System. This website is an online realistic business website through which a user can access its information and manage all adding, updating, deleting the assets and some of its tasks too. The real of World Wide Web has spread across millions of households, so naturally Internet has become by far the best platform for the real estate marketing today. This system is also useful, which also keeps track of account details of buyers, investors, and also the real estate managers industries. And now it's on for system analysis. Here we are going to see about our existing system and what the system is proposed now. That's a new proposed system. Existing system. The present system is advanced proof and has certain drawbacks too. Being a manual system, the possible limitations and loopholes in the present system is large. Some of them are like human resource, chronic job, and error. Whereas in the proposed system, it allows the user to store the property, customer, seller, and also the staff details. It allows users to update, search property, and the next. Here comes the system specification, hardware requirements, and the software requirements. What are the hardware requirements I have used? It's mentioned here. Intercore, 500 GB hard disk, mouse logic, RAM 2 GB, keyboard. We know that the minimum keyboard requirements are which has 110 keys and which is enhanced here. And the OS used is Windows 8 and it can be used on Windows 8 or 10. Front end is used here is PHP and the back end is MySQL. The server is used as Apache server. Design HTML and CSS. Browser is Auxiliary Internet Browser Firefox. And next, here we go software description. This chapter is about the software languages and the tools used in the development of the project. The primary languages used here is PHP and MySQL. And these are the common uses of PHP and the characteristics of PHP as mentioned it is simplicity, efficiency, security, flexibility and also in familiarity one. Next, it shows the unique features of PHP. PHP is also called as loosely typed language and support features of other languages like as mentioned C, Perl, etc. It also provides cross-platform compatibility. Unlike some other server-side scripting language, it also supports regular expression that leaves an extensive pattern matching with remarkable speed. And here we go for Apache and the features of Apache. The Apache HTTP server, commonly called as Apache, is the world's most web server software. Actually, the development of Apache is began in 1995 after work on the NCSA code. Apache played a key role in the initial growth of the World Wide Web, quickly overtaking NCSA HTTP as the dominant HTTP server. It is also available for a wide variety of operating systems besides Unix, Windows, Network, and OpenVMS OS and TPM. The features of Apache are ranging from server-side programming language, support to authentication schemes. It's also in virtual hosting, mod security, and it's an open source, installation detection, etc. And the next slide is about system design and development. The system design, so obviously input design and output design. In the input design is the link that ties the information system into the world of its user. It is a process of converting user-originated inputs to a computer-based format. Uh, the goal of the designing data is to enter easy, logical, and free from the errors. Input design is a part of the overall system design source document initiative processing cycle as soon as they are entered into the system through the keyboard. A source should be logical and it should be easy to understand. The objectives of input as mentioned to achieve the highest possible level of accuracy to ensure that the input is acceptable and understood by the user. Output design. The output forms were designed in a specific manner as per the user requirement. Results are formulated to enhance clarity. Depending on the user, the system will generate appropriate output. The output forms are designed in the such way that the entire user required data is presented. And the next is a database design. The database are structure that holds the data as known. The software that enables the flow of data through this structure is called as database management, which is called as DBMS. The most widely used DBMS, something called as RDBMS or relational DBMS. This simply means the data is stored in the tables and moreover, whatever relationship that exist within the data are stored within the tables. Yeah, the database parts are tables, queries, views, and the types of SQL statements as mentioned SQL, DTL, DML, DCL, and TCL, which is further called as SQL Structured Query Language and DTL Data Definition Language, DML Data Manipulation Language, DCL Data Control Language, and TCL Transaction Control Language. Addition notation. Here comes a data flow diagram. A data flow diagram is graphically tool used to describe and analyze movement of data through the system. A graphical tool used to describe and analyze the movement of data through a system, and here two familiar notations are also used in the development of data flow diagram. Each component in a DFT is labeled as with a descriptive name. A DFT, also known as bubble chart, has the purpose of clarifying system requirements and identifying major transformations that will become programs in the system design. A DFT consists of series of bubbles joined by the data flow in the system. Here are the data flow diagram symbols: a square, arrow, circle, and an open rectangle. A circle, which is also known as bubble, and a square defines the source or the destination of system data. Arrow, and this arrow identifies the data flow. It is a pipeline through which the information flows. And a circle, the process that transforms incoming data into the outgoing data flows. And the open rectangle is a data store, data as the reset or temporary repository of data. And here the module of the project, the property owner and the buyer. The buyer is nothing but a simple user. In the property owner, we consist of a home page, about properties, contact as my account, as property, and my property. The buyer, which is a simple user, it consists of home page, about property, and contact as. And system testing. Actually, the testing is an important element of software quality assurance and represents the ultimate review of specification, design, and coding. In testing, the engineer creates a series of test cases that are intended to demolish the software that has been built. And need for testing was also mentioned here to check the efficiency of the system, to remove the error of that system, to check whether the objectives of the project is accomplished, to enable the removal of complexities, to check the user-friendliness of the system, and to check the flexibility of the system. And here, the types of systems: unit testing, integration testing, validation. Actually, the implementation is the stage where the theoretical design has been converted into the working system. And next stage will be the validation and verification. The verification and validation are the to assess and to improve the quality of the work products generating during the development and modification of the software. The quality attribute of interest includes correctness, completeness, consistency, reliability, usefulness, efficiency, conforms to the standard and the overall cost effectiveness. The requirement of the customer is compared with the software behavior and their outputs. This is to assess the work product to the specification of the design plan, requirements of the customer life cycle, organizational standards and the user expectation. The inspection of the project is done in the stage to the best quality assurance standards. And the last conclusion, it has been great pleasure for me to work on the existing and the challenging project. This project proved good for me as it provided practical knowledge not only for programming in PHP, HTML, CSS and MySQL, web-based applications and know some extent Windows applications and Apache server, but also about all handling procedure related with the real estate. It also provides some knowledge about the latest technology used in the development of web applications. This will provide better opportunities and guidance in future in developing projects independently. And my future enhancement of the system, real estate, is to implement the cloud computing and the data in Microsoft OneDrive and implementation the system in mobile applications. Thank you.